Oh my god. Hi, if you're new here, my name's Eleanor. I'm currently training for my second marathon, which is on October 12th, later this year. I'm currently just about to finish my second week of an 18-week training program. I'm following one of Hanson's advanced training programs. I'm hoping for a sub-4 marathon. The plan that I'm following, basically it kind of goes in like a 2-week cycle. So in the first week, you'll do a 3 easy runs, which are short to medium distance, 1 tempo run, which is a run at marathon pace, 1 speed session. You're doing like interval training, and your intervals are between your 5 to 10k pace, and then a long run at a very easy slow pace, which is usually 1 to 2 minutes slower than your marathon pace. That's what you do for 1 week, and then in the second week you'll do pretty much the same thing, but instead of a long run you'll just do another easy short to medium distance run. Just for reference as well, easy is referring to the pace, it's not about how long it is. So if I say easy 20k run, that just means a slower 20k run. This week has been like pretty fine this week. I think my goal is to get to 72 kilometers. I think with today's run I might be a tiny bit over. All of my interval and tempo sessions have a 3k warm up and a 2 kilometer cool down. This week I also had to go to the hospital on Tuesday, just to the pain clinic. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my first video, I think I did briefly, but I have like chronic pain issues. My diagnosis technically is peripheral neuropathy. So I've got nerve damage in my left leg from a fall 2 years ago. That happened in May of 2023, and I got back into running at the end of 2023, but kind of irregularly. So I got regularly back into running at the beginning of 2024. Before that, I've been running since I was like 15. Sorry, I was getting too hot, I had to take that off. And yes, I'm just gonna show you my runs for this week and also my strength training sessions at the gym. As with the last video, I don't film in my normal gym, so I don't film my actual workouts because it's too busy, I get embarrassed. So at the end of the week, I just go to a small gym near my house and just quickly do like 1 set of everything that I've done throughout the week, just to put it in here. So it's kind of fake content, but I did really do this exercise, I promise. I also can't do some of the exercises because this small gym doesn't have all the equipment, and I also don't use usually as heavy weights as I have throughout the week. I'm trying to just do everything quickly and get out of there. So just trust me, I'll put the actual weights and the actual reps and everything that I do, I'll put that on the screen as it comes up, and you just have to believe me that I did do it. So yeah, this is what I did this week in my second of 18 weeks training for my second marathon. Monday just started with a nice easy 10k run. Every morning I have a banana before my runs, doesn't matter how short the run is. I used to just go on coffee and an empty stomach, but having something, even just one or just half a banana, it really makes a big difference for me, and I find I don't really get fatigued early in my runs anymore. After my runs, and also on days I don't run, I have the exact same protein matcha smoothie and avocado feta and tomato on toast. So I don't film it every day, but I am having that every morning. Later that day, I went to the gym. Monday is my back and core day. So every week I pretty much alternate between doing regular RDLs, which I'm doing here, or single RDLs, which I did last week and will do again next week. And then I'll just quickly run you through the core routine that I do every single week. I do start with hanging leg raises, and I use the hyperextension Roman chair, usually with a 5 kilo plate, but this gym doesn't have that, so I don't record either of those exercises. And I just ate this pasta I prepped over the weekend for lunch and dinner. Tuesday, I had a 10k tempo run at marathon pace with a 3k warm-up and 2k cool-down planned. Second tempo run done. I've got 200 meters left just to cool down. Feta, tomato, and matcha.
All right.
Yay! Wednesday is my scheduled off day, so no running, but I did go to the gym later for my lower body session. I started here with Bulgarian split squats, which are essentially just single leg squats, but with your back foot up on a bench rather than just hovering in the air. My physio really recommends these and also single leg RDLs to runners. I really like doing them. If you are standing up straighter and bend down, you'll focus more on building your quads. And if you lean forward a bit, that'll target your glutes a bit more. Then I was on the leg extension machine doing single leg movements, a set of 10 kilos to warm up, and then 3 sets of 10 reps of 15 kilos. And again, just doing these single leg exercises, they're really good for everyone, but especially runners, by isolating the muscles in each leg. You should be reducing any imbalance of strength between each side, meaning one side doesn't have to compensate for the other, and also helps prevent injuries. Then to finish off, I did leg curls. At my actual gym, I was doing seated leg curls. Here I'm doing lying ones. They're both fine. I've heard some people say that seated ones stretch your hamstrings more, but working them out at all is good in my opinion. Thursday was another slow, easy run, which I'm finding I'm appreciating a lot more as I'm working speed intervals into my routine and just taking the morning a bit slower. Then I was just back in the gym for my upper body workout, starting with the lat pull down machine, doing a warm-up set of 30 kilos and then 3 sets of 35 kilos. Then moving on to the low row machine. This is a terrible angle. I'm not sure why I filmed like this, but hopefully you get the idea still. And then I did lateral raises with just light 4 kilo weights. And I also finished up with bench press, but people came in the gym at this point, so I did not film it. Then Friday was my speed interval training day, which I was really looking forward to. I've been quite excited to just kind of go crazy on the fast intervals after a week of mostly slow running. I tried to include some of my warm-up here, but I didn't film much. But I did film a bit more on Sunday of how I warm up for my runs. Interval training done. I did a 3 kilometer warm up and then 8 sets of 600 meters at 5k pace, which I've put at 440, 445, and then a 400 meter recovery. Doesn't really matter the recovery pace. Not walking, like if you have to walk then your interval pace is probably too fast. So my recovery is somewhere in like 6 to 7, which is a pretty large gap. Yeah, anyway, done. Millie! Then over the weekend I just had 2 easy 13k runs planned. And I do this route so often, and every single morning it is still just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, like seeing the sunrise over the beach. Stop it! Then Saturday night I went out to dinner with my friends and had the most delicious stir-fry noodles and dumplings with tofu, bok choy, Chinese broccoli and carrot. Okay, so at my last run of this week, just a 13 kilometer run, I'm in the week where I don't have a long run, just 2 medium distance runs on the weekend. I'm just gonna do some warm up stretches. That's my dog's ramp. I don't really have a lot of like space to do them. So usually once I get outside, I'll do like some warm up skipping and these ones and these ones. I'm just gonna do all the ones that are recommended in this book. The first one, just arm swings like this. You can do it a bit wider as well, because your arm's gonna be going like this. Side bends. Oh. Stretching this side actually feels really good for my, it feels good. I'm not making a face that shows that it feels good, but it does. Hip circles, this one as well also feels really good on my injured leg. Okay, then it recommends doing a half squat. If we say that's a full squat, then half squat, go down to like there. I find them kind of hard to do in my shoes that have quite a bit of padding there. So just like that. Make sure your knees don't go over your toes. Leg kicks. I can't really do the knee. Okay, I've done these before and like fully keep something without my shoes on, so just be careful doing them. And then the other leg. Sorry, I'm scared of kicking something. All right, and then do side leg swings. Normally I'll like have a wall to push up against so that you can be stable. The other things I do when I get outside is just skipping. Swing your arms like you can swing them crazy. For 30 seconds, high knees for 30 seconds, butt kicks for 30 seconds. Oh yeah, and these ones. This book calls them karaokes, with a C, or grapevine. I don't know when my camera cuts off, but it's kind of just like step back, there, forward, but faster. Come in. And then it also recommends doing bounders, which is just like one. I can't do them here, it's not ideal. Come in, come. Hi. Here's another one I do actually, it's not in this book. I've seen someone just call it like opening and closing the door. Just up, side, down, and then reverse it. Oh, this one hurts more. I just don't have like the same range of motion with this leg. That is all I do to warm up. That like should only take you can just do a kind of quick version of everything. That'll take you like 2 to 5 minutes, which is not much time at all. I used to always avoid doing warm-up stuff because I'm like, it's a waste of time, I just have to start running. But it does make a big difference. I forgot as well, just quickly, another good one to do these. I don't know what they're called. In my head, I'm just like sweepers. I think I've maybe seen that. Otherwise, I'll put a name here. And also just like pressing against a wall. Have your foot up to the wall, your knee touching it, and then just stretch it back as far as you can with your heel still staying on the floor. So if you're going back so far that your heel's off, just bring it back. And then after that for a little bit, you can kind of shuffle your foot back, drop your knee further, just to give a kind of deeper stretch. Now I'm gonna go on my last run of the week. This is not your dinner. I've just got some rice and some vegetable curry. I made this like 2 weeks ago, but it's been frozen, so it's still good. I think I kind of forgot what I put in here. There's definitely chickpeas, peas, potato, carrot, and maybe broccoli. I don't know, I'll put a list of what else. Maybe. Do you want some orange? That is week 2 done. My Strava has actually got to 76.99 for the week. I didn't know that's what my total would be. If I did, I would have run an extra 100 meters today. That's fine. My goal for the week was 72. I'm thinking maybe of doing like some other videos, like advice for new runners and different types of runs that you can do, like slow running and fast running, and like interval training, tempo runs, hill workouts, and the different benefits that you get from each one and why you should be incorporating them into your runs. I've read a lot about that kind of stuff, but yeah, it'd be cool to maybe get into all the reasons and like the science behind different types of runs. Also maybe like to do a comparison of how I trained for my first marathon versus how I'm training for this one. I think that could also be interesting, maybe, hopefully, for some people to look at. For now, I'll just be doing a week of my runs and just gym training and food. I forget to film my food a lot, so having a video to maybe dedicate to like what I eat and how much at different points in my training period might be useful for some people who maybe can't really wrap their head around how much you need to be fueling yourself to run. So let me know if maybe you'd be interested in seeing those videos. And yeah, thank you for watching again. I'll see you next week.